Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So I'm out here with my 2021 Polaris 850. Just picked this up in November of 2020, and told you guys in my other video that I was going to be adding some uh, more accessories to this thing. So we're not done yet. This is just a couple of them. And first thing we're going to do is I had every intention of doing an install video for you guys. Unfortunately, that just did not come out. I am going to kind of show how easy this was, so don't fret. I'm also going to give you guys all the model numbers if you are wanting to put this on your particular unit. This I know for a fact will fit the 850, however, it may fit the 450 as well as the 570 as well as the 1000. So probably the easiest thing to install, honestly, was the hand guards, believe it or not. So um, do have a workshop light here. So that's the hand guards. Those were the absolute easiest to install here. So, and like I said, I got a little work light here. Uh, if you guys are wondering, the U-shaped one goes on the side of the brake. It took me a little bit to kind of question that because I'm like, well, why? But the reason for that is the go around the brake fluid holder there, reservoir. That's why it's got a U shape there. So you literally take these two bolts right here and right there, take these two bolts off, and you'll reuse those bolts. You'll slip on this bracket right here, where the yellow is tapping. You'll put this bracket, it's all one piece, and then you put the bolts back in. And then there's one, I believe, 10 millimeter bolt that goes through. That's what holds the. So I kind of show you there. That is a 10 millimeter. Sorry about, I had a phone call. So 10 millimeter, you tighten that all the way up. The little star washers are a pain to get in there. If you have fat fingers like I do, it is that's probably the hardest part to install. So that's the left side, brake side. This one is probably even easier. Underneath here, those two bolts there. Again, you will, I believe you reuse those. I don't quite remember, this was a couple hours ago. No, you will not. You'll get, so with your kit, you'll get longer bolts, and then that's what you'll put in on this side. So the right hand side is probably the easiest, um, but they're about the same. So that literally took me about 5 minutes. Okay. The hardest part was actually the mirrors, and I'll show you what they look like. They're pretty cool. Put the light down for you. They're very solid. They're not going anywhere. And so the issues that you're going to run to is there's a zip tie on this wiring here, right here. Pointing to it, let's see. There's a wiring here. You have a zip tie. I've already put it back in there. So you have to cut that zip tie to allow you enough room to put the bracket around. Okay, so this is your bracket. It's one bracket, one bolt. That I believe was a 15 millimeter. Then real simple. And then you will sort of mess up your paint. I kind of messed up the paint where I first put it. If you look right there, I kind of gouged into the handlebar a little bit. So just keep that in mind. What happened is the phone holder, it wasn't looking right. I ended up being too far down. Ended up coming more closer to the display, and it was covering up half the display. It just wasn't going to work out. So I had to essentially unbolt both of the mirrors to push them out more. Before they were, if you look, they were in more. They're actually in line with the handlebars. So now if you look, they stick out about right here is what sticks out now. So it sticks out that much. So I did that because I pushed the mirrors more outward. Okay, I am leaving room because, as you guys know, I want to put a winch on the front of this. So obviously the winch needs to install right here between the headlight control and the brake reservoir there. So the brake reservoir has to move over to the right a little bit, have loud enough room so that the mirrors shouldn't be affected by that. So really, really simple, guys. Again, I was going to do a video, but once I get going, my weakest is stopping and setting up cameras, and that just, it wasn't working out for me. Unfortunately, that's one of my downfalls on that. The last thing that I gotten was the extension rack. So it's a one-piece extension rack. If you guys remember, it looks like this. That's what was on there, which I thought was actually pretty cool. I think these look cooler. But if you are a rear passenger, you're trying to hold on, it's not the smoothest, and I mean, it's not the it's not rough either. But I don't know, it just it seemed like the coolest thing to add on to the unit. So I believe this was a 4-inch extension. Pretty sure that's what it is. We'll look at the paperwork when I'm done. This is probably the most simplest install, actually, out of everything. Well, I shouldn't say that. The hand guards are simple, and then the extension rack, and then the mirrors. And the only reason the mirrors was longer or harder was because I had to redo them once I put them in. So it's reusing pretty much all the bolts that are here. The only bolts that are included with this kit is to this middle bar slides in. So you put this together first, and then you mount it onto your unit. If you put this in and then put that in, you're not going to be able to get your middle bar in. Just keep that in mind. Put it together first. I had these loosely put together, and then tighten everything down once I had it tightened down to the unit. But you have a bolt that goes down. You're going to reuse that bolt and go up. There usually is a nut. You don't use the nut for this, okay? This is where the, I think the handle goes here. Yeah, so here and here is a handle, and then here and here is a handle. I think, or no, it's here to here, and then here to here. You'll take this handle out, or tie down point, whatever you want to call it. Again, you're going to not reuse this bolt. You're going to put that back in. These you pull out, but you don't have to pull that one out, but I did by accident. You pull this one out to get the handle off, put that back on. I went and put the nut back on. And then this, reuse this nut here. That's already on the unit, as well as this one. There is no nut, it's already mounted inside. You just tighten this one down. And then this one, again, you have a nut. It goes down with a bolt going through with a nut. You're going to take the nut off, flip that bolt upside down, feed it back up through, and it screws into this part. Very, very simple. This is one of the simplest things. So, very happy with it looks. We're going to get a rear seat. So hopefully that my wife can ride with me. That's another future plan. And then the phone holder, you guys will see the open box on that. I am going to do an in-depth review on that as well, to show you guys how that phone holder works, and what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So I hope that answers y'all's questions. Again, I wish that I couldn't end individual videos on how to do each one, but they're on YouTube, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Real quick, I didn't want to forget to put the part numbers in here for you. So for the rack extension, part number is 2882023. You get one of those. The mirror kit is 2877222. For the handguard, you get, it's black, that's a pair, 2876846. You do have to buy a separate handguard mount. Obviously the handguards break, so if you need just a replacement, that's why to do that. For the handguard mount, it's model number 2879380. Don't have to worry about the neck gaugers. Those are kind of expensive. And here is, it was two different things, so it's all the same. I don't think there's anything different. So if you're wondering what price was, what I paid for it, it was, comes out to right around $180. And then they charge the tax. And not sure where, anywho, but that's what it came out to. So, all right, hope that helps.